Chetan Sheth, you can't hold your cigar up so, with such braggadocio from tomorrow. You know that. You're going to be marked out and arrested probably if you do that or walk into an office with your cigar.
So smoking cigar is you don't inhale it and it's not harmful, it's not addictive. And I think somebody who's smoking a cigar, a Habano cigar that's 800 rupees, I really think that person has the brains.
No.
And doesn't need the government to tell him what to do or not to do.
No, Mr. Seth, it's not your, you see, you defeat your argument there. You are saying it doesn't affect my health, but you don't inhale, but others inhale what you exhale, you see. When you smoke the cigar, you don't inhale, that's fine.
In fact,
but you're ruining other people's health.
In fact, passive smoking is worse.
I agree with the secondary smoke issue, but if you look at the legislation, it is so open-ended. There's going to be so much corruption. There is going to be, Inspector Raj. I mean, you think that people are going to stop smoking in restaurants?
Of course.
The guy is going to come, take his 500 rupees, 1,000 rupees, is going to go home, and everybody's going to smoke.
Of course not. But there'll be public pressure.
It's very difficult to implement.
No, there'll be public pressure. Because if somebody is smoking, so far you couldn't go and throw the law at someone. Now, if I'm a non-smoker, I can go to a table and I can say, you have to stop smoking.
He can smoke, but cannot exhale.
No.
So, I have earlier had some designated area for smokers. But now, I have created some nice street furniture just outside Goa Portuguesa and on the footpath. And people can go and sit and smoke there.
But smokers are banned, is it, Nikhil? In your restaurant from tomorrow, smokers are not allowed.
Absolutely. If they come
are you going to create some
If they're coming to eat and drink, it's fine, Arnab, but if they're coming to smoke, then they definitely have to smoke outside. I think from a personal viewpoint, I think it's fantastic that, you ban smoking because I'm a non-smoker. But from a business perspective, I think that, hoteliers and restaurateurs are a little misinformed because I think business will actually increase. You'll have a lot of non-smokers who will come, who detest smoke and who actually will come and will increase business over time.
Mr. Sajnani, they say once a smoker, always a smoker, and a law is not going to deter a smoker from smoking. What are you going to say to all the smokers who are very, very upset with this law and this ban?
I have no idea what I'm going to say tomorrow, but I think all of us agree that smoking is bad, smoking is injurious, etc., etc. But I wonder where this law is going to be implemented. Is it only in places where the upper classes go to, airports, offices, government offices, educated people who already know what is the harm in smoking? What about the street urchins who are on bidis and the slum dwellers, all of these people? What about them?
Well, Mr. Ramadas, are you being unfair in a democracy by stopping smoking in all places, in all forms? One view is that it's a bit extreme.
See, Mr. Goswami, everybody in a democracy has the right to have a smoke-free atmosphere. Okay? And today in India, 90% of people who don't smoke. So they have more right to have a smoke-free atmosphere than a smoker. And if you want to smoke, I'm not asking you not to smoke. But please don't spoil the atmosphere and the workplace and the treatment place or whatever place is there. That's all I'm telling. And this has been a phenomenon worldwide. And nobody's cribbing about it in other parts of the world. And I don't know why they're making such a noise in India. The noise is being made by the tobacco-based lobby. That's the whole point. And the majority of India wants this. We have had numerous surveys done. We had numerous workshops. And there's been a huge response, positive response of the general public. Yes, they want a smoke-free atmosphere, whether they're working or anywhere else.
Come tomorrow, if there's a person who's smoking in your restaurant, what are you supposed to do? If somebody comes and complains, are you supposed to go to the police? Are you supposed to dial a number? And
I think either the manager or, or myself or, our captains will have to very politely, explain to the guests that this is a ruling which has happened on October 2nd and they have to be escorted outside and they can have their smoke outside and then return back into the restaurant. I think that's very fair. I mean, you have places in New York and, in London and in Paris where it's actually banned and people are actually stepping out in the cold winters and smoking. So I have to disagree with actually Chetan when he says that, rules and regulations will be will not be enforced. Because you have democracies in the other parts of the world where it is actually being enforced. So why can it not be in India?
I'm actually reading the notification. And to tell Mr. Dani that the open space definition in the notification includes the surrounding area around his restaurant. I don't understand that. I mean, if you have to go outside, if there's a restaurant, it has an open space around it. You can't smoke there either.
You know, we're taking out all the enjoyment of living. I think all people need to have some kind of a reprieve from the laws and regulations that are being made. Like they used to have smoking compartments, smoking areas. I certainly agree with that. I abide by that. But why ban it altogether?
This is the law and everybody has to follow the law. In a democracy, everybody has to follow the law. Implementation is like the state governments are responsible for implementing it. In other parts of the world, why it was successful was the public participation. 90% of it was implemented by the public themselves. That's what I want here, we want here in India.
Law itself is so open-ended. I've been trying to read this, it's so open-ended. The clarifications, instead of going to courts and getting interpretations from the Supreme Court, can we just get it from the ministry? I mean, if I have a club where all of us sign up that we want to smoke cigars, can we go to the club and smoke? Or is that a public place?
That'll be a public
it's
place.
Very unclear.
That'll be a public place by the definition, Chetan. So unfortunately for you, that will be a
private club?
A private
smokers club?
So you'll have to start a smokers club. Now that's a thought. A private smokers club. That's the idea. I mean, that's an interesting thought there. I just have to thank all of you for coming in right now. Does this curb individual freedom? What do you think? Are we all going up in smoke? Do you agree with what Dolly Thakur said there, that adults have a right to decide what they want to do? Tell us what you think. We will certainly pass your thoughts on to Ambumani Ramadas.